Today, we're going to test these clippers versus this head shaver so you can see the difference. Okay, I'm recording. I remember to hit record this time. I tried this video 2 weeks ago, and after I did a test shaving from the clippers and then shaving this side with the head shaver, I realized after I finished that I forgot to hit record. You know, hitting the record button is kind of like a big part of the whole recording process. Without it, there will be no videos. But don't worry, today I was sure to hit record. I'm looking at it right now. It is indeed recording. So I will not make the same blunder I did last time. So with that in mind, today I'm going to demonstrate the clippers on one side and the head shaver on another side so you can see the difference. Okay, first of all, these are Wahl cordless clippers and they're very good. There's nothing wrong with these. It's just that this head shaver works better. But Wahl is a very good brand. I have a massager that I use from them. I've used other products that are very good. And I have another corded pair of clippers from Wahl that's very good. And it cuts closer than this one. This one, as you're going to see, it works well, but it doesn't really cut very close. Not as close as I would like it. Whereas this one cuts way closer. So I haven't shaved my head in about 2 weeks now, so we've got this much stubble. It is getting thick. It is time for me to shave my head. I want to use this, but first I'm going to do this side with the clippers. So if you're somebody you just really want to use clippers, then Wahl is a very good brand. It's just that this shaves much closer and I think much easier and faster. So here we go. Let's go ahead and try. I'm going to shave this side of my head with these clippers, and then I'm going to shave the other side with the head shaver so you can see the difference. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and shave this side of my head with these Wahl clippers. So I'm wearing this plain white t-shirt so I don't get hair all over my regular shirts. It's coming down. It is getting the job done. It is shaving my head. But is it close enough? Alright. So you can shave your head with this. You can definitely shave your head with this. But let's try this side with the Rosea head shaver so you can see the difference. Okay, you see? There's still all that stubble from the Wahl clippers, right? You don't see that from here. This is way closer. And you see the difference? Okay, so now let me take the head shaver and shave this. Shave what the clippers left behind. See the difference? See how much closer that is? See, yeah, it's not that these wall clippers are bad, because they're actually very good. It's just that this does not cut nearly as close as this head shaver. I recently did a more detailed review for this Orzea Pro head shaver. I'll leave a link on the outro if you want to check that out. Now I'm getting part around my ears. And I'm going to try to finish the rest of my head here. About how long it takes. I think that's about it. Let me see. Still thick back here. I need to get some more. Still feels kind of thick back here. Yeah, I just noticed that as I was trying to shave the back of my head, it was not cutting it for some reason. I wasn't sure why. Then I realized this is not intended to be used when your hair is thick. If you've got 2 weeks worth of stubble on your head, like I just did, this is not going to cut through it nearly as well. So what you'll need to do is when you have thick stubble, first use your clippers. And then you can run the head shaver over it behind it. It's going to cut it a lot closer. And then what you want to do, you want to use this like every few days, like every 3 or 4 days to maintain, and it'll go over and cut it all really close and really quick and easily, opposed to having to do it with the clippers. But if you wait more than, say, a week, I don't recommend waiting more than a week. Then you're probably better off just using the clippers, because this is not going to cut through the amount of thick stubble nearly as well as it will when it's short. So just keep that in mind when you're getting this. So it's always good to have a pair of clippers, even if you primarily use this. But this is an excellent tool to use for maintenance. When you just want to maintain, when you just let it grow out 3 or 4 days, then you run it over. You could probably even wait 5, 6 days, even a week. But I would not recommend going more than a week and then using this. If your head has more than a week's worth of stubble, you need to use clippers first, then run this over it, and then use this for maintenance every few days. But what you're going to find out is that using this is way easier. So you think, shaving my head every 3 or 4 days, that's kind of a lot. That's kind of a hassle. You can go over your entire head in like 2 minutes, and it's so easy with this thing. There's no strain on your shoulder. It's light, easy to maneuver around, no problem. You could even keep one of these in your car and just use it on the go if you need to. It's just that easy to use. So I'm recording this video on Monday. So if I just do this again on Thursday, it'll be just fine. But if I wait till like next week, then I'm probably better off just using the clippers and then running this over it behind it. So it's just important to know just what this is intended for and what it's not intended for. If you have a full head of hair, this is not what you want to use. You want to use the clippers. Even if you have thick stubble. Like I say, if you've got a week's worth of stubble or more, you definitely need to start with the clippers, then run this behind it. But once your head is shaved close like mine is now, you can come back like Wednesday or Thursday, 3 or 4 days later, and run it over, and it'll go really easy and smooth. And it's very light, so it's so easy to maneuver around. No strain on your shoulder. No taking the mirror, having to look and check every little hair. I mean, you can look in the mirror, but it should be just fine. Just run it like this. And you're pretty much done. See how close it is? It doesn't even feel like I have any hair. I can hardly even feel the stubble. I can barely feel it. See how close that is? This is the closest I've ever gotten with an electronic shaver of some kind. I would suspect that if you use this frequently when your hair is thick, when your stubble grows thick, that this would break down after a little bit of time, because that's not what this is designed for. This is designed for maintenance. This is designed for short stubble and to cut it really close. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I just wanted to do a side-by-side comparison test to show you the difference between the clippers and a head shaver. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and God bless.